Hello and welcome to our next game between the New South Wales Bluebottles and the Queensland Firehawks. Woo! We are very close to getting started. Should be a fun game. These two teams last faced off at the 4th and 5th place teams for the last State Shield last year. Very fun games.
Changes to the teams since then, so I'm very excited.
To both teams, actually.
To both teams. So I'm excited for their rematch. By the way, you're here with Claire and
Luke. Woo! We are very excited.
Yeah, as you can probably tell.
Should be really good.
All of the games.
I know most of the New South Wales players, and Claire knows most of the Queensland players, so
all of the Queensland players. This is fantastic.
it'll be fine. What?
And we're already getting.
Okay.
Ryan Pearson running for the quaffle, not quite getting it.
Giacomo picking up the ball for New South Wales, throwing off a tackler and making a pass that didn't. Oh, New South Wales have still got the ball, but it has been turned over to Red.
Ben Helene and Kia Sito both beating for the Firehawks, but Kia immediately subbing off for Michaela Turner.
Should be a very fun game. Queensland moving the ball up, looking for a screen on the point player.
Bluebottles look to be doing a Baylor defense, sitting quite low.
With control as well, with the wider beater starting to look to pick off quaffle players. However, Chris Collins at the front doing a lot of work harassing the offensive chasers and dodging a bludger.
And Panda just going ham in the back lines, picking off all the chasers.
Great block on the shot there. Giacomo picking up the ball off his block.
And beat by Ben Helene.
Who is then beat by George Curran. And then Queensland look to attack, but are beat in the meantime with a actually really good pass. I think it is being called beat before the pass, and therefore there is going to be a turnover. However, that was a very beautiful goal that unfortunately does not count.
By Yoshi Skinner, who is a very new player.
Great patience. Unfortunate it didn't count. Got Arabella Barr running up with the quaffle with her 3 chasers next to her. Great pass to Giacomo, who throws it straight through the hoop for the first goal of the game. This game is probably going to be quite frenetic and fast-paced. A lot of the beaters like to throw their balls, and therefore the chasers will be running a lot more.
Yes, there's also a lot of faster players on the Firehawks that love to take those fast breaks. Has been an interesting time of training, working on that patience and having those slower players.
Should be a big change compared to the last game, which was quite slow and methodical at the start.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Got Queensland moving the ball out to the right with a tackle there. And Chris coming on another fast break.
Legging it towards the hoops.
And doing it himself, even though he had the chaser support with him.
But there is absolutely no bludger. Ben Helene going for the third bludger, which is all the way at the back line behind Bluebottles' hoops. Never what you want.
Yeah, I think Queensland will struggle if they can't get bludger control off of New South Wales.
I know for a fact there's a lot of newer beaters or beaters that don't have a whole lot of experience, and most of the Firehawks, in fact, this is their first state event, which is very exciting for them. Should be a really good experience. But
yeah.
Having played this team, played Bluebottles earlier today, they are very strong. Their beater game is very strong. So I think
New South Wales again on the fast break. Great tackle and a decent pass that eventuates in a goal. Those two have now met up for 3 different goals, the first 3 goals of the game. Chris Collins and Giacomo.
And we got some subbing happening from the Firehawks. Subbed out our keeper for Ethan Sonoya, and now we have Joe Dixon on the field.
I think both of these teams will be quite advantaged by fast subs. It's important to keep it going, especially when the game is as fast as it has been. Even though Queensland are having a slower attack, they've had to run back in defense quite a lot, so I'm not surprised they're subbing quite early.
Yes.
Oh, that was very close. Giacomo again.
Again, driving it straight up the field.
one-on-one with Ethan and just takes the shot. That's 2 goals to him, 2 goals to Chris Collins. The starting lineup after you.
I feel like that's going to be something that's consistent that we'll see happening quite often throughout this. I feel like Bluebottles are very good at picking up and getting straight back into the play, and the Firehawks just take that extra second to get back into defense, and sometimes it is too late.
Yeah, and even though they are the arguably the B team of New South Wales, we have a large amount of experience on that team. All of the beaters we've been playing for multiple years.
100%.
It's most of the chasers have been as well. There was a large amount of experience all over the place, so they hopefully should be able to use that. Giacomo doing a good block and collecting up the quaffle. Probably looking to go here with Arabella picking up the quaffle. They have bludger control. George probably got a 1.5. There we go. Hopefully they can attack at the right time as the passing is happening. Giacomo again looking to score and puts it straight through the middle hoop.
I think the beaters there were too concerned with the other beaters instead of the quaffle, which again is something that they have been working on in training.
Yeah. I think if New South Wales can draw the Queensland beaters to focus on the New South Wales beaters, that's going to be very, very good for them, because it seems like they do have the advantage in the quaffle game currently.
It seems that both teams do seem to be adopting a similar defensive style. They are typically sticking to that zone, that Baylor zone defense.
For New South Wales, it seems to be working. For Queensland, it doesn't. So I would argue that Queensland should be changing things up.
Yes.
Great move by George there, hitting the double bludger. Queensland's struggling to really get away from this defense.
Aaron Sybil taking on a chaser position. Now Aaron was originally on the Thunderbirds, but opted to go to the Firehawks to help them out a little bit as their lead coach, and also as an additional player to help some of their lineup.
I believe his injury sort of suggested that would be the case.
He's doing remarkably well for someone who has had a very severe knee injury and not played very much in the last 6
Now
months.
no bludgers in defense. Alex going on his own, straight through there. I think Queensland need to play a bit more conservative with their bludgers, but this experience from the New South Wales team is really just taking them through.
Yes, well, Queensland beaters on at the moment, we have Tanya and Max. Both of them, again, also quite new players. Tanya having only started at the beginning of the year, so this is her first real
great experience for them.
Experience,
yeah,
which is awesome to see.
Looking really good. Aaron's starting to play it a bit slower, which is probably a bit smart because they've been taken by the pace of the New South Wales team. Anytime they can slow the ball down is probably a good idea for them.
And it's also giving the beaters an opportunity to try and get that possession back. Although
Agreed.
it does seem they aren't quite working together at the moment.
Oh, great swarm defense by New South Wales, taking down Caitlin Rapson. And now they're looking to go as Jackson Flynn starts to take out the beaters. Giacomo gets the ball again and flicks it over to Alex, who dunks it through the hoop. Giacomo has now assisted or scored on almost every one of New South Wales' goals.
Definitely a formidable player, although subbing off now.
For Ryan. New South Wales still got some of their starting players on, namely Arabella Barr as keeper.
7 minutes in as well, doing a long shift.
Yeah, and Wallace is back on for Queensland in 46, back on after his first sub. So it's really going to depend how well New South Wales can just edge through here and take their time and get through their subs, because it seems like they're very happy to stay on for a longer time here. The biggest issue I'm seeing tactically is that Queensland are mistiming their beaters with their chasers.
Yes.
They're doing good things, the beater running up and trying to tackle the defensive beater for New South Wales, but it happens, they're beat out, and then the Queensland chasers are attacking.
That communication between the beaters and the chasers is definitely something that could be improved from Queensland. I feel like that's something that the Bluebottles definitely are doing better, and you can see that they're a lot more synchronized.
Yes, Vera now on with the quaffle. Seems to be a call on the play. I'm not sure why. It might have something to do with the beaters? Chasers?
No, I think it might be Yoshi Skinner's hat. No?
Oh. Wait, we're allowed to play with hats now?
I have no idea.
Ah. Logan will be hearing about this.
Oh, Aaron Sybil is subbing off, and Sam
I wonder what
is subbing.
for.
I have no idea.
No call. Might be a blood bin. It's possible.
Quite possibly.
But he seems okay. Surely if it was Bloodman, he'd be running to the medics.
Yeah.
New South Wales in control here. Jackson going right around behind. The Queensland beater is so out of position. Not even using their hoops to really defend themselves. New South Wales should be going here. No bludgers on the defence. However, they're taking their time, and they've just let the Queensland beater come back into play.
But Jacko has now created another opportunity for the Bluebottles.
Great pass off there, and a great shot by Ryan. However, Jacko seems to have possibly... Nope.
Oh.
New South Wales are able to jump on that. Queensland looking to run here, but Sam Chinton's on his own.
Plowing through two
Oh,
people.
great pass off.
Pass off to Yoshi.
But unfortunately, Yoshi's pass back to Sam isn't going to be fruitful. The beater, unfortunately, is there for New South Wales, and it's making it hard for Queensland to get the ball out. And Vera comes up as a keeper with the ball. New South Wales so far, we've got Vera handling the ball. We've got Imogen and Jacko with the bludgers. Ryan Shields and Mayu there. And then Alex on the wing.
We've also had a beater sub out. We've got Zach Winters now, number 54, going up against Jacko, who has just beat out Tanya.
Vera just driving in. Unluckily, but Mayu cleans up and puts the ball straight through the hoop. Mayu is a newer player, one of the newer players on New South Wales Bluebottles. She normally plays for ESU, I believe. And I think this is her second year playing, so definitely a lot of potential there. She's normally a soccer player, so there's a lot of position down.
Oh, fantastic.
It's sort of crazy how many soccer players end up playing Quidditch.
Oh, 100%, 100%. And I feel like there are so many skills that can be translated, which obviously you can't pass and use your hands, but the positional play
Well, yeah,
and
we use our hands and not our feet, and
Yes.
it's a tackle sport. Like it's transferable, but also I feel like there are others that are more transferable.
Oh, 100%.
But unfortunate miss there by the Queensland beater. However, there's a good tackle there, missed by Jackson, and Imogen is fighting the Queensland beater for the ball. Queensland beater wins it, and it seems like Queensland might get control out of this, even though their chaser is currently wrapped up but still driving towards the hoops. Misses the ball.
About
Vera
4
picks it
different
up,
people
and Vera seems to be going here. Takes on the tackle
by Wallace Turner.
and
A high
keeps
contact
going.
there from
Keeps
Caitlin
going.
Rapson. A high contact from
Unfortunately-
Caitlin Rapson, but I don't think that's what's being called.
Oh, Vera's being called beat, I think.
Oh.
I thought it missed, but that's fine. Logan knows best. So Queensland turn the ball over. They have 2 bludgers. Let's see what they can do with this.
Yeah, Kia did seem very frustrated by no
Great
call
pass
initially.
there. Alex has held up Wallace here, and it seems like Ryan's getting into it as well, pulling him down slowly. However, Queensland have the beaters there to clean this up, and all the tacklers are chasers. Vera is now the only keeper tackling Wallace. The other beater gets beat again. New South Wales has no beaters in here, but they cannot tackle the keeper, who seems to be wrapping up this chaser.
And despite their best efforts, obviously the beaters cannot beat them out.
But now New South Wales has gotten control. However, Jacko has just gotten beat, and Kia seems to have stolen control back. But Jacko is beat, and New South Wales gets the quaffle and loses control. But Alex is streaming down, and somehow
Loses broom.
seemed like Alex slipped there after dodging all 3 bludgers.
I thought I saw
Somehow.
it skim past him, but obviously I don't have the best angle.
And to
on
be
it.
very clear, I don't know if dodging is the right word because I don't think he saw any of them coming.
Pure luck.
Pure luck. All right, so I think they're calling Alex has slipped off his broom.
Yes, he was definitely off his broom, but also injury.
But they've played on from there, so it does seem like Alex is called as safe from all 3 bludgers, but has just slipped off his broom. And then Wallace has the bludger, has the quaffle, sorry. And Queensland have the bludgers.
And our injury replacement is still on broom now, on brooms up.
Yep, Jackson is safe there
Emily McCoy going in for a tackle on Kia.
and is beat. But not too bad tying it up as Queensland sub their lines.
Definitely.
New South Wales again sticking in their lines for a longer amount of time.
Yes, Ethan Sonoya now back on as keeper. Ben Helene and Kia Sito as beaters.
The pace has slowed down here. Jackson's Jackson Flynn, 12 minutes in, is only the second beater sub.
Kia's got hands up, but
Something seemed to have happened there, but I don't know what happened. Jackson seems to be... Eden's driving through and loses the quaffle based on nothing, really. Brian Wu picks up the ball and is beat.
We had Asia from originally playing with the UQ Dumblebees, was standing right in front of that drive, and I think might have been pivotal to that loss.
Good pressure from the Queensland defenders. A lot of these New South Wales drivers just can't hold on to the ball, and I'd attest that to the Queensland pressure on the ball.
I know for a fact that the Queensland Firehawks did spend a significant amount of time working on those defences, particularly against the Queensland Thunderbirds. And so they have quite a strong defence when they can get back into position.
Decent pass, but New South Wales clean it up and manage to keep it in bounds. All three bludgers are currently out of hard boundary. We have the quaffle player running down, holding on to the ball, passing it off to Eden, who has slowed it down with Queensland's one bludger in defence and passes it off to Brian Wu.
Ryan Vera now beat out.
Queensland seem to be better at dealing with the pace here, which is really, really good to see. Brendan throws it straight through the hoop. Great shot. Don't know if it was intended to be a shot, but it was a really good shot. Kia, again, just jumping into these tackles, really making people pay if they're allowing him to tackle them. Emily with a great catch, holds on control for New South Wales after missing, but Ethan Sonoya is trying to take advantage. Runs down. Good pass.
Wrapped
And unfortunately,
and beat out by Emily McCoy.
and Eden is now running again. New South Wales are trying to pour on the pace.
Score is currently 110 to 110?
110.
110 to 0.
100.
100.
Sorry, I feel like the board lied to us there. That was not our fault.
Scores currently.
We have the master one in front of us, and we decided not to look at that one, unfortunately. Brian with the drive off the screen. Charlotte driving in here. Great tackle by Queensland.
Tackle by Asia.
Put the ball at Bart. Brendan's managed to get away with this. And good block by
Again,
Queensland.
another block by Asia.
Queensland have seemed to start to realise how to deal with this fast pressure. They're slowing it down and really getting back quickly in defence and forcing New South Wales to play a set offence, which has seemed to slow down. After the first 6 goals in, 6 minutes,
Yes.
they've only scored 4 times in the next
the last
8 or 9.
8 or 9.
So it's definitely seemed to have made a difference. However, Queensland is still starving for their first goal. I'm not sure if these loopy passes seem to be what the doctor has ordered for that goal.
Definitely
however.
not. There are also a number of taller players on the Bluebottles that seem
And
to be
Brian Wu is
very
about to
good at accepting.
explode off of there. He has a beater coming in and tries to take the shot but accidentally misses. Probably could have taken a few extra steps there, but
Definitely. I've noticed that the Firehawks like to keep a hold of their bludgers a lot of the time.
Brian wouldn't have known that.
Yes.
That's the
correct.
thing. Sometimes the threat of the bludger is
Difficult
far,
decisions.
far better than the actual bludger.
Yes.
Queensland now still with only 1 bludger. They've barely had control this game other than when Keogh was on the field.
But now we have Joe Dixon and Michaela Turner. Now, Joe Dixon is rapidly climbing up in the Queensland competitive field, I suppose. It's a
Good dodge by Brian Wu.
relatively new player, but has been training with a lot of the Thunderbirds and is quite
Very
agile.
high pressure tackle there from Brian, driving Caitlin over the hard boundary and letting the ball spill out. I'm assuming they said it came off Brian and therefore it was not a double reset. No, but at least the reset probably has happened. Emily cleaning up the spare wing chasers from Queensland, really forcing them to play down the middle, which is what New South Wales wants.
Yes, and that completely destroys the offense of the Firehawks. They love playing to their wing chasers,
Yeah.
and they often sit quite wide and cut in.
This high pressure seems to be something that Queensland's not used to dealing with. A lot of the New South Wales chasers are really getting right up into the Queensland ball carrier's face, almost at halfway, and forcing them to play from there, and that's causing some of these passes to be a bit more pressured than they originally were.
Yes.
We're getting now into really solidly into the second half of this game. 17 minutes in, New South Wales 100, Queensland at 0. However, you never know. Snitch on pitch.
You never know.
You
can
never
really see
know.
the stark differences between the defense, whereas like the Firehawks are sitting quite far back on their hoop, using them as protection, and the beaters are just free to really push them back.
Ooh.
And the chase
Eden-
is free to drive in.
I know, and that allows cuts to be really dangerous. However, Eden just misses Brendan there. Otherwise, that would have been possibly one of the most thundering dunks we'd seen all day. But if you can't catch it, you can't score it. Very, very common
right.
saying.
Exactly right.
But, however, he did jump with two hands. So, you know, some wins, some losses.
The other way to win the game is by scoring more points.
Yes, scoring points is a good idea, shockingly. All right, let's see whether Queensland can get... This high pressure really is doing something to Queensland's offense.
Yeah, I think the beaters really need to be communicating more with their chasers.
Oh, Caitlin has been the biggest threat back behind the hoops.
Caitlin Rapson scored 2 out of the 3 Firehawk goals earlier in the day against... Who did they play? Against the...
Victoria?
Might be the lead beaters when they were
Yeah.
playing.
With some of those shots straight down the middle hoop, yep.
Yes. And all
Oh.
of them came from her being quite deep and cutting in and scoring straight from behind hoops.
Pass goes astray there. New South Wales again coming up empty. They've really slowed down on the scoring run. However, Queensland are still unable to put a shot onto the hoops. I would take Caitlin Rapson straight down the middle, throw it straight through the middle hoop. Seemed to work before.
Yes.
Why not again? Timeout taken.
By Firehawks. Probably not a bad idea right before Snitch goes out.
Look, we've got about 20 seconds till the snitch goes, and then another minute till the Seekers goes. Snitch will be Nathan Morton. Pretty damn good snitch.
Yes, and it looks like, is that Chris with the yellow headband on over in the Bluebottles, and we've got Ryan Fearon with a Snitch headband on for Firehawks.
This could be a long game.
It could definitely be a long game. It's always difficult when you have a very, very, very skillful Snitch.
Yep, who is very experienced in dealing with lots of different Seekers. But you never know. Might get a lucky catch. Nathan played a long game last game, so
Yes.
maybe he's tired.
Oh, I hope that it's a nice, short and sweet game.
It'd be so convenient, wouldn't it?
It would be great. You know, those longer games where everyone is just tirelessly pushing. You know,
Yep.
that's where all the injuries happen. Let's try and not have any more of those today.
Yeah, far too many injuries today already. Very unfortunate. This ground seems to be doing a number on people.
Oh, 100%. The number of scrapes I've seen from this AstroTurf.
Yep, I've got one myself.
Yeah, quite an impressive one. The best one I've seen all day.
Yeah, but to be fair, I did it to myself. I saw a ball and I was like, wouldn't this be cool if I slid and picked it up? And to be fair, it was. And then 2 minutes later, I subbed off. I was like, oh, that's why you don't skid on AstroTurf, because it's really bad for you.
Yes, all of Queensland were basically ordered to go and get knee protection or long tights, and you can really see when you look at the
Yeah,
Queensland
actually, if
team
you look at the Queensland team, there are
most of
very
them
few
have
people
it.
with knees
that are uncovered.
uncovered.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think part of the reason Firehawks also have a couple of players that were injured earlier in the day. I know for a fact there's at least one player not playing this game who got a concussion from one of the last games and is just chilling out in the sub box. It is probably one of the stronger beaters on the team, Nilla Samble. So
it is a long tournament,
It
and
definitely is.
sometimes it really is which team can stay healthiest. All right, we've got Wallace coming up. Caitlin with the ball. I think there needs to be a beat on Brian here, and she goes. I wanted that. That would have been so good. Yes. Oh,
very
see?
close.
Already a great look.
Very close.
Got the New South Wales new keeper, also an ANU player, running straight down, passing off to Brian Wu.
And we've got subbing off with our Blue Bottle beaters.
And Stankovic coming on as a beater with George Curran.
Straight into a Baylor. Caitlin coming over a little bit to cover that back chaser.
New South Wales like to really swing it around the back. It happened a lot in our trainings against them. And then attack from the back because people aren't used to that. Great attempted shot. Missed, and then the catch was missed, and Wallace decided to run.
But a
Managed to
good
dodge the bludger, and now Queensland have the quaffle and both bludgers. Pass off to number 42. Brendan beat, allowing 42 beat, but Aaron managed to pick,
But they might lose bludger control here again.
runs
Oh,
around
getting
Brian Wu.
back.
Pass it. Oh, Caitlin just beat in time. Caitlin seems threatening every time she's near those hoops.
Yes, particularly a Caitlin and Wallace combo, and Aaron Sybil on the field as well. Quite a strong, like one of the stronger lines for the Queensland Chasers. But we have Giacomo back on.
Giacomo coming on, trying to repeat his success from earlier. Accidentally misses the shot. Very interesting tactics from New South Wales to put a smaller, shorter player
We
as
do now
a keeper as opposed to the taller.
Yes, and
players.
we do now have the Seekers on pitch right in front of us, and there have been some impressive dives from Chris. Very, very close.
Oh,
to
he's
catching
giving it a
them
go.
already.
Nathan better be wary here. All the beaters are both focused on the snitch.
Yes, they're all trying to bubble.
It'll be interesting to see whether Queensland can have better success now that there's no beaters in defense. Aaron stepping around. Aaron with the first goal from Queensland.
Oh. And we have the beaters with control and having beat out the Seeker.
New South Wales quickly get control there with a good beat from George.
Oh, and that
Chris
was a very
missed.
close. He grabbed a hold of the tail,
Oh.
but unfortunately could not.
Quadball game still
grab it.
going in. Giacomo driving in. Wallace landing a great tackle on him. Giacomo still trying to power through. Brought to the ground. Seems like there's going to be a call there. Lots going on here.
But I think Chris is about to have some one-on-one time with the snitch as well, considering that the Bluebottles have got both bludgers.
Quaffle turned over to Queensland here. I believe Giacomo was off his broom during the tackle. So Wallace gets the Quaffle after a great 3-in tackle on Giacomo. Really got there. Chris putting a lot of pressure on Nathan here, doing really
A lot of
well.
intensity.
Quite high beater wall from New South Wales out here. Anna behind the beater and George sticking here. Allowing Chris to get beat though. New South Wales seem very, very happy to hold on to control even if it means their Seeker gets beat. Good throw back there. We've now got Ryan on as a Seeker for New South Wales. Queensland looking to score again. Aaron with good driving abilities. Passes it over. Oh, unfortunate. Giacomo with a great block. Eloise picking up the ball as keeper, running it through. Looking for her chasers. She could biff it straight at the hoop here, and then Brendan would get it. And then Brendan was right there.
Oh, and
Great
a
tackle from Aaron.
Aaron.
Brendan was standing there for ages waiting for the ball, and unfortunately,
Now
they just waited a
Ethan
little bit too long.
Stevens in Ethan Snoyer's hands.
These beaters are really allowing these Seekers to go here.
Yes, they do definitely seem to be concerned with each other rather than the Seekers.
You know what? I love it. Make Nathan work. He's a good enough Seeker. Giacomo with a great strip from behind to take the ball out of Queensland's hands and give them another go at scoring. Great shot from Giacomo. Another New South Wales goal. So we're at 110-10. New South Wales had about a 5-minute period there where they hadn't scored.
Yes.
So Queensland are really starting to possibly pull this back.
I think it would be a very difficult, long slog to pull it back.
You're not wrong, but
you
the
never
score
know if
difference
they
here,
catch the snitch.
the score
Chris
difference
back
here is
on.
the same as the
Oh.
score difference at 12 minutes.
This is true.
And it's been 23 minutes now. So,
This is true.
you know, it's not impossible. Giacomo putting a lot of pressure on Caitlin here. Ethan with the ball. I like Ethan to drive in and then pass. Come on, Ethan.
We've got both Queensland beaters
Unlucky.
with possession now.
Caitlin bodying her way to the ball. Great job. Yeah, give Caitlin the ball. Great. Good. Caitlin seems to be one of their most consistent ball carriers. Aaron trying to guide her in for the shot.
Queensland beaters doing a good job at bubbling, but staying very close to the snitch.
Brendan managing to take the quaffle. Unfortunately, Caitlin telegraphed her shot a little too early. They know what she wants now. Queensland very, very well bubbling the snitch.
Yes, very close. They're allowing people to get in quite close for those smaller, more... Oh, a double beat there with
Oh, come on.
Miller and...
Queensland needs to step forward here.
Oh,
Yep, that's
and
fine.
there's a face beat there on
Misses
Giacomo.
Chris. Oh, but Chris loses his broom. And Queensland managed to stop the quaffle again. Queensland have only allowed one New South Wales goal in the past eight or 9 minutes. So it's been really, really
Quite
good.
impressive.
New South Wales seem to be really focusing on trying to make sure that they can catch here, but Queensland's got a bubble, and Queensland slowed the game down. Really good work by the Firehawks.
Jacko is getting quite frustrated, you can tell, by some of the beater calls that are going on.
Allowing Chris to get in
More
here.
time.
Jackson got the ball. Okay, New South Wales has bludgers now. Aaron managed to get it across. Oh, Ethan just missing the alley-oop dunk. Very narrow chaser running straight down. Can they score? That's straight to the hoop. Great shot. Aaron unfortunately making the tackle a little too late. And Ryan's back on to Seek.
So we've got the two Ryans on again, both going for the snitch.
Seems like so far out of the Seekers, Chris Collins has had the most looks.
Yes.
But his last stint was mainly taken up by the New South Wales players. Oh, New South Wales have the beaters here. Aaron driving through and goes for the alley-oop to Wallace and scores.
The beater's just going all out around this snitch.
I mean, it seems to be favouring Queensland. They're trading.
They're trading a lot.
Or Bella stepped Aaron there, passes it off to Giacomo. Wallace sort of needs to get a physical stop here. Giacomo's going to take him on. Oh, great stop by Wallace. And Wallace is going to go for it now. And Giacomo knocks the ball out from behind.
When he was still in the keeper zone.
Oh.
He was still in
I was
keeper
about to
zone.
say, that looked so good to me. Oh, no.
Fantastic if it hadn't have been against the keeper.
Classic move. Wallace is just going to gun it straight down the side here. He's going to fake the pass in and go. Come on, Wallace. Straight down the side. No,
Actually,
I wanted it. I think he could have run there.
But now in the hands of Caitlin Rapson.
Great tackle by Bella. I will mince my words and change my opinion because apparently it was an illegal tackle from Bella. I'm assuming
It did
behind contact.
Yeah, I was
All
gonna say,
right.
it did look like it.
Fine, that's
it
okay.
Completely stopped the
No worries. I'll admit when I'm wrong.
And now we have two players from the Bluebottles team in the box.
Caleb passing it off. And then Sam gets beat.
Sam
And
beat.
Mayu cleans it up. Dog pile there. Seekers all over the place. Chris cannot hold on to his broom.
Jacko beating out.
Jackson Flynn
Ryan.
trying to make a one-man wall. And then
And then
accidentally...
beat out by Zach Winters, who is beat out by
And then
Zach
there's
Double.
all the budgets are on the floor. Both Seekers have a free run at this. Oh, Chris was
Very
close
close
there.
again from
And Queensland get control out of all of that. Oh,
But are about to lose it.
and New South Wales, Jackson manages to get all three bludgers. Panda running for one. And then beats the Seeker. Taylor Angelo running up with the ball. Sam Chittenden clearing her out with a tackle.
And
But
Chris has just caught the snitch.
great timing from Chris. It really felt like if this game had gone on longer and longer, Queensland might have had an opportunity there as they'd really kept New South Wales goal scoring down to a minimum and started scoring themselves.
100%. And it was a very clean catch from the Bluebottles.
Good
Well
catch.
deserved, I believe. Chris put his body on the line. Chucking yourself at the ground on the AstroTurf is never going to be a fun time.
Yeah, look, he seemed to be the one getting the most good looks at it.
Yes.
And narrowly missed it a few times, so it's sort of not surprising that he finally ended up
But with
it.
arms that long, I mean, it was meant to be.
And that man is fast. I have been a snitch against him before, and I did something that I thought would be super easy, and all of a sudden he had it.
Yes.
So that man is very athletic and knows how
Very
to catch a
athletic,
snitch.
has great reaction times. It's just, what a great snitch.
Very, very good. Well, overall, quite a good game. Queensland 20, New South Wales 150 with the catch.
Good catch, yep.
So New South Wales Blue Bottles have one more game leading in, and if they win that game against Victoria, they are into the preliminary finals.
Which is what they were aiming for. They really wanted to get third or above, so I think that they've been playing exceptionally well today.
Oh yeah, we've jokingly talked about an all New South Wales finals, which would be a crazy experience. They were close against Queensland,
Yes.
very close
Yes,
against Queensland.
Yes, definitely was. It was a very close game.
But Queensland seemed to have taken up and did well against Victoria. So next we've got Queensland versus New South Wales A, the Blue Tongues. Should
Which
be a
should
very good
interesting
game.
Should be very competitive.
It is a repeat of the finals from last year, where New South Wales took the first game reasonably handedly and then narrowly won the second game as Queensland tried to come back with a snitch catch.
So it should definitely be a good game. Stay tuned for that, because I think that it could be one of the most intense games of the day thus far.
It's going to be very, very good. Well, that seems to be us. Thank you very, very much for watching.